Our first stop is a tiny little town just east of Memphis, where a young entrepreneur keeps a decades-old tradition alive and well. He's a young man who grew up there, left, and came back years ago to take charge of a landmark store called the Brunswick Kitchen. They first called it Sulphur Springs, then Shelby Station, before finally Brunswick around the year 1900. It was a once thriving little railroad stop just east of Memphis. Well, over the years, the cotton gin was torn down along with the train depot. The trains don't stop anyway. Many stores closed, but thanks to Andy McIntyre, one landmark here in Brunswick remains, along with a tasty Friday night tradition. Let's go. This iteration of the Brunswick grocery store was built in 1949. And since then, fried fish on Fridays has been a culinary custom.
As long as I can remember, there was always fish on Fridays here in this building. I mean, I remember being, 15, 16 years old, coming up here just to get catfish and taking it home for the family.
Andy McIntyre made a homecoming commitment when he bought the corner landmark, with encouragement from his mother, Ann.
I've had restaurant experience in the past and different food service and just management experiences all over, and I really enjoy the food service side of it, both the service and the actual cooking of the food. Having worked in corporate restaurants and privately owned restaurants in the past, it was just something that felt right at the time, and so we came in here and put it together, and people seem to like it so far.
While Ann supported her son's new adventure, she also found herself immersed in a second career.
I was supposed to be retired, and he was going to open this, which I knew wasn't going to happen. But so I started working every day, and now 6 days a week. I had my first day off yesterday, which lasted 2 hours.
She still tell you what to do sometimes?
All the time.
And you listen?
Most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time he ends up listening to me.
He said that?
Yeah.
He wasn't just kidding?
No.
The cafe's earned a reputation for its homemade chicken and dumplings, vegetables, burgers, and what else but authentic Brunswick stew.
It's made with pork, chicken, ham, a little bacon. It's got okra, every vegetable you can think of in it.
But there was never a doubt what the featured dish would be each and every Friday night.
Every time anybody heard that I was doing something in this building, that was the first question I always got. Are you going to do catfish on Friday? Are you going to have catfish on Friday? And even today, when I tell people this is where my restaurant is, and they're like, oh yeah, the place that used to always do the catfish. So I mean, there's just no way around doing catfish here. It's just tradition.
So as the customers start arriving, the kitchen's alive with the sounds and aromas of fried catfish in the making.
The secret is in the marinade and in the batter. We marinate our catfish in buttermilk and hot sauce for at least an hour, if not longer. And then it's battered in a cornmeal and flour mixture with our own spices.
The catfish might reel in the customers, but another attraction, one that isn't on the menu, is the unique, friendly atmosphere.
I think one thing we do really well here, not only besides the catfish, is the atmosphere. We're a family atmosphere. Most of us that work here are either our family, have adopted each other as family, or we've become great friends, and we treat our employees that way, and it's also kind of that way with our customers, to be honest with you. I mean, we've got some customers that are as close as family can be.
Andy's aunt makes all the desserts, which customers say run a close second to the fish in popularity.
I would never think after eating 3 pieces of catfish and French fries and white beans that I could put down a piece of pie, but we usually sell out. My sister does the pies. They're my mom's recipes.
Andy has never had second thoughts about coming home to this tiny community or taking a chance on running a restaurant here. Obviously, he had the right motivation and the right business partner.
She taught me just how to be the person I am in life. I mean, my dad passed away when I was 13 years old, so it's just been us for a long time now, for almost 20 years now. Pretty much everything I learned from her.
When you have good service and good food, and people leave here happy and full and going to go home and take a nap, that pretty much says you did it right.